Okay, y'all. So this is not going to be a very long live, but I want to actually touch on um just certain things that I want to touch on the energy of the year 2026. Okay? And how 2026 will be the year that can take you to the next level. It will be the year that you can truly allow yourself, if you are aligned with the energy of 2026, okay? Okay, so 2026 is going to be a year where the momentum is moving, okay? And all week, I've been saying that this year, excuse me, all week I've been saying that this week right now is the calm before the momentum picks up. Okay? Because if you are already aligned with this energy, you should feel it right now. You should feel like there's a shift that's just happened. Now, granted, Saturn has now is now direct. It's no longer retrograde. Okay. And we know Saturn is the daddy of the zodiac. So Saturn is now going to be moving forward. It's finishing up its last run through Pisces before it moves into Aries come February of 2026. So you may also be feeling that energy shift. I know I have because it was my Saturn return. So this energy that 2026 is going to bring, and if you've been doing the work all 2025, if you've been locked in and you've been doing the work that you need to do to create the life that you are trying to create, then you should already feel this energy now. You should feel that energy now of what 2026 is going to bring. Now, when we talk about the year 2026, let's talk about the numerology of 2026. 2026 is a 1 year, okay? Like this, 2025 was a 9 year. That's the end of a cycle. So this is why 2025, it has been about releasing people that you no longer resonate with. You stop doing the same shit that you've been doing. You have probably been really just locked in and shedding, because this is also 2025 is also the year of the snake. So you may have been shedding old identities, right? It may be some friends that you were hanging with that you may no longer have hung with. This year, have if you were someone who really needed to get into alignment with what it is you are supposed to be doing, this year probably dragged your ass, if I could just be frank. It probably really dragged you, and you probably went through a lot of internal things this year, because this year was all about shedding the shit that no longer serves you. This year was all about getting rid of old identities, whether that's who your parents wanted you to be, a spouse wanted you to be, or whoever the fuck you thought you had to be in order to be around these certain type of people. This year, none of you had to get rid of it. And it was all out of your control. You had no control over the shedding that you had to do this year. But it was necessary. It is necessary for what 2026 is going to bring, because 2026 is about new beginning. A new cycle starts. So this year was the end, the 9 year, and that's what you're probably feeling right now. If some of you are feeling that, let me know in the chat. But you probably feel that shift, like, yo, something just shift. I don't even know what it was. But it's like a calm before the momentum picks up. Okay? So 2026 is ruled by the horse. Okay? It's year of the horse. So baby, the momentum. We're taking off running in 2026. And 2026, if you've been doing the work that you were called to do, if you've been obedient to the work that you were supposed to do this year, 2026 will give main character energy for you. Period. It's going to give main character energy for you, because 2026 is also ruled by the sun. Okay? 2026 is ruled by the sun. And baby, you can't block the sun. So this is going to amplify whatever it is that you are focusing on. Whatever it is that, if you've been doing the work, 2026 will be the year that rewards you for the work that you have done. If you've been obedient when you were supposed to get rid of those bitches you was hanging with, or if you've been obedient and releasing that job that has been lowering your frequency, if you've been obedient to that, if you've been like, I'm waiting for a sign, I've been doing the work, I've been locked in, I've really released and shed all this dead weight that I've been carrying for the past 9 years, 2026 will be the year that rewards you for that. But you have to be in alignment, and you have to go into the year 2026 with an inner knowing, that I know who I am. I know who it is that I'm supposed to be. I know it without any type of doubt, because it needs to give main character energy. But you have to start viewing your life, your perspective, as a fucking main character. You understand what I'm saying? You have to view that as that. You have to wake up and know, okay, I'm the main character of this movie that I am witnessing from my lenses. What does she want to do today? Where does she want to go? What does she want her life to look like? And how can I align my actions with that reality? Because it's going to be your actions and the frequency that you embody, okay? The frequency that you embody that's going to bring that reality to you. You understand what I'm saying? 2026 will be all about knowing. And when you really know who you are, you embody that. You show up as that. It's just you. You no longer feel the need to explain, over explain. You no longer feel the need to look for validation. You no longer feel the need to convince anybody that I am who I say I am, baby. It's in me, not on me. You should no longer feel like that if you've been doing the work of 2026. Excuse me, in 2025. And if you're someone that's like, damn, I've been sleeping on myself, I haven't been doing the work, you still have time because you're tuning into this live. And so now you have the awareness of what 2026 is going to bring and what it is that I need to do now, so I can make sure that I am in alignment. Because 2026, it will not be the year where you're sitting in the audience just watching. That's done. Okay? You have to realize that you were called here to do something that's so much bigger than you, that should heal your bloodline and move your bloodline forward. Playtime is over. And that's what the year 2026 is going to bring. And because 2026 is ruled by the year of the horse. Y'all ever watch a damn horse race? That's the energy of 2026. It's not going to be, oh, I'm putting in the work and now I got to wait 6 months to 2 years for it to come to fruition. It's going to be, if you really locked in and you are really in alignment with what it is that you are supposed to do, it's going to take off almost immediately. Because it's about you honoring your frequency. It's about you being locked in with self. Okay? So because it's ruled by the horse, the momentum. And so what is super important, if you get anything else from this live, you need to learn how to regulate your nervous system. You must learn how to regulate your nervous system. Okay? You have to learn how to regulate your nervous system, because that's the only way that you are going to maintain and to not be overwhelmed by the momentum that the year 2026 is going to bring. I want you to think horse race when you hear 2026, because the energy is going to almost be automatic. Things are going to take off, and the only way for you to not get overwhelmed is to learn how to regulate your nervous system. Self-care is going to be a big thing. Okay? And if you're in the Michigan area, I'm also hosting a sound bath. Okay, that's called Slow Down Sunday, and this is going to be a sound bath for you to ground yourself, for you to Learn how to live in the moment. Allow yourself to be present, because we're going to need this energy a lot more come 2026 and beyond. We're preparing for the new world, and proper preparation prevents poor performance. So the preparation should start now, because that momentum, okay, that momentum is going to just keep building and keep building. And if you really learn and know how to allow yourself to be in alignment with this energy, you can really, really, really create the life of your dreams. You can seriously create the life of your dreams if you allow yourself to align with this energy. Everything is about energy. It's not about luck. It's not about privilege. It's not about none of that shit. It's really about energy. And this is why it's really good to look into things like astrology, look into things like numerology, so that you know how to work with the energy of the collective, of the universe, in order to bring in the life that you are called to bring in. You should feel the shift right now. Okay? You should feel that shift right now, that I need to be getting serious about what the hell it is I'm supposed to be doing. Because it's main character energy. It's no more, you gotta, like I said, if you're someone who is like, damn, I still have work to do today, it's November 29th. If you still have work to do, you still have time before we close out this 9-year cycle. This is the year that you should be releasing playing small, releasing scared to speak up for yourself, releasing not seeing yourself as the expert even though you have been doing the work, releasing running away from being in leadership because even though you have been doing the work, releasing the need to over-explain to someone what your dreams are and why you are moving the way you need to move. This is the year to close out any old fear that has been paralyzing you from busting a move and betting on yourself. This is the time. This is the year, y'all. Close that shit out. Wash your hands with that shit. Get good up in there now. Don't be playing around. Wash your hands with that shit. Dry them up, your hands off, and let's go be new for 2026, because the opportunity is here. The opportunity is here, but you have to want it more than I want it for you. I can't want this shit more than you want it for you, because can't nobody want more for me than I want for myself. I'm holding y'all to that same standard that I'm holding to myself. Can't nobody want this shit more than you want it. If you ain't got it, it's because you don't want it. It's too many resources out here for us to utilize, to learn. Okay, if there's a skill that you need to develop, learn it. Can't nobody want this for you, though we're not looking for no excuses. So if you're a person that is constantly looking for an excuse, looking for a reason to be like, oh, I don't have this, or this is why, and maybe if I have this, maybe someone gives this to me, you need to leave that mindset here in the 9-year. Release that shit up. Wrap it up. Because those that you will see shine in 2026 and beyond started their work no later than 2024. Really been doing the first half of the work since the pandemic. Really been doing the first half of the work since the pandemic, babes. Then the second half of the work started in 2024, when that year was ruled by Saturn. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to understand that you have what it takes, but you have to believe that. No one can want or need that more than you. You have what it takes. It's here. If you've been putting in the work for so long these past 9 years and you like, baby, some shit got to shake, it's here. I'm here to tell you it's here. And you will be rewarded because you didn't give up. You will be rewarded because you didn't throw in the towel. You will be rewarded because you didn't allow the fact that you're the only one doing what you're doing stop you. You will be rewarded because you didn't care about being loyal to people. You was more loyal to your calling. Baby, you're going to be rewarded in 2026. The fruits of that labor, it's here. I hope you're ready for that harvest season, because that's what 2026 is going to give. The 2026 is going to give main character. It's going to give rewarding those that have been putting in the work. While everybody else is distracted by the world stage, and you've been the one laying low and building, now's your time. Now's your time. So, and like I said, this now more than ever, with the energy that 2026 is going to bring, very fast paced, very upbeat, very let's go, we out, let's get to it. You're going to want to, this is so important for you to be adaptable, because the shit of slowing down and wait, let's sit here, let's try to, baby, that's not going to work. This is why I say you have to learn how to regulate your nervous system. I'm thinking about hosting a class on this. Let me know if y'all are interested. Real shit. Let me know if you're interested. Okay, if you're watching this playback, let me know in the comments if you are interested in me hosting a class about how to regulate your nervous system. Okay, because this is going to be very important for the energy that is coming in 2026. This is time for you to regulate your nervous system and to be adaptable. Huh? This is the time where you have to be adaptable, because baby, this train ain't stopping. You understand what I'm saying? This train is not stopping. So you have to allow yourself to regulate that nervous system and to be adaptable. Those are two important things. If you don't get nothing else from this damn live, regulate that nervous system, be adaptable. If you made it to the end of this live, put that in the chat. Put that in the comments. Be adaptable and to regulate my nervous system, because that's what it's going to take for the year 2026 to be my new beginning. That's what it's going to take for 2026 to be my year, to give main character energy, baby. We're not playing around. It's go time, and I can't stress that enough. It is go time. It is your time. It's here. Okay, and I pulled some cards today, and it was basically the story. The message was to gamble on yourself, bet on yourself, bet on you, because the resources are there. You just gotta seek it, and you need to regulate your nervous system. How do we do that? Meditating, journaling, breath work. Okay, sound healing. Like I said, I'm hosting a sound bath if you're in the Michigan area. That is how you do these things. And again, you guys can read books on it. I'm a master student before I'm a master teacher. So it's somebody drop me some damn gems, a bitch drop me some gems about how to do something that's going to help me to be the best that I can be, baby, I'm going to go look for a book on it. I'm going to go learn about it. Okay? And if you're watching this live, I hope that you are also a master student. So go do your research on how to regulate your nervous system. Learn about breath work. Learn about sound healing. Learn about meditation. Learn about listening to healing frequencies. Because you're going to need that energy for what 2026 is going to bring. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to move fast, and it's going to move fast in every area of your life, because that is the energy of the year. And you need to know how to ground yourself, because if you're not grounded, baby, you're all over the place. If you're not grounded, you're going to be irritated. If you're not grounded, you're going to be exhausted. So please, regulate your nervous system. Okay? And so, thank you so much for tuning into this live. Okay, if you guys feel called to connect with me or to work with me, go ahead and click the link in my bio and go ahead and book a session with me. I do astrology, I do human design, I do so many things. Healing work, Reiki, whatever it is that you may feel that you need, sound healing, whatever it is you feel that you may need, go ahead and click the link in my bio if you feel called. If you feel called, Okay? Because we also got to learn how to listen to our intuition. If you feel called, go ahead, click that link in the bio. Okay? And again, if you made it to the end of this live, go ahead, put in the comments. In order for 2026 to be my new beginning, I must learn how to regulate my nervous system and how to be adaptable. Period. And you will thrive. Mwah. I'll see y'all next time.